Hey, how we doing? Coach Frank again. Today we're going to go over a little more pitching stuff and try to get it so it's a little bit maybe simpler for everybody to understand so we can put it into play. Unfortunately, with league rules, how they amass the teams, we don't have a whole lot of off-season practice. And as everybody knows, baseball can get a little long if we're not throwing strikes and things like that. So the tips today are to help you throw better, quicker. I have a whole sequence on pitching, a four-step process. This is kind of breaking it down, getting to the skinny. Now remember, when you're throwing, it's a lot different between pitching and outfield and infield. If you're an infielder, you're going to have a quicker, shorter separation. All of these, though, I want thumbs down. So if you can see this, as I'm breaking my hands, my thumbs are down. Thumbs are down here, thumbs are down here. This helps us get the ball into the right motion. So again, infielders break quick, outfielders break down and long, pitcher, same thing, down and long. Okay? So when you're pitching, or if you're playing the outfield or infield, remember there's different arm things. So if you hear me or a coach talking about how to get your arm up, thumbs down, backing up, whatever it might be, remember where you're at. Are you pitching? Are you outfield? Are you infield? So today is pitching. So what I want to do is just cover a few quick things. We get off or throwing sideways and up and high and low and everywhere else when our mechanics aren't sound. Now, at your age, it's hard to have perfectly sound mechanics, and you know what? The pros don't either. So it's understandable, but you have to practice this at home with your buddies, with a family, by yourself, even without a ball, so you can get consistent. Okay. So, what I'm going to show you today is to help you be consistent. So, number one, let's review our pitching steps. Okay. So, we'll just make it quick. This is what I want everybody to do. And this is all really I want you to think of on the setup. We are always using the stretch. Okay. I'll come a little closer. Hands are here, elbows are down, glove and hands are down. Now, why am I doing that? I'm doing that because you've got to get a breakaway and the ball going down and back as quick as possible. If we're up like this or elbows are high, it takes longer. And then when you get to the throwing part, your arm's way behind. Okay? So I want elbows down, right around the chest, nice and relaxed. I've got about a ball out here, but I'm nice and relaxed. Elbows are down, hands down, thumbs down. Four seam grip, we've talked about that. If you have a smaller hand, three is understandable. Have a little room in between your hand and the ball. You don't want to death grip it. And that's for not only accuracy, but velocity. Okay? You're going to throw the ball harder. If you're pitching and you want to throw the ball slower, grip it in your home palm, okay, and make it a little tighter in your hand. That, if you like to throw real fast and then you want to change it up with a guy, that's the easiest way to throw a change up. You can do everything else the same, but if you grip it fully in your hand, opposed to just with the fingers with a little bit of room. So here, let me get a little closer. This is how I normally throw the ball. Four seamer, I've got room in between my hand. Now, if I grip the ball real hard or go more fingers on the ball and get it closer to my palm, I cannot throw the ball as fast. It just can't happen, right? Because it tightens up your wrist and everything else. So there you go. But the bottom line, let's keep it simple, okay? So a couple quick things. Again, arms down, standing tall. I'll do it the other way too, but this is so you can see me, okay? So we're in the stretch position. Right now, I want everybody pitching out of the stretch. It's the easiest to learn to get used to. And then basically it's just lift, stand tall, down, forward. Okay? So up, down, hands break, thumbs down, palms down. Okay? Up, down, forward, foot's down, throw. Okay? So again, nice relax, elbows down, up, nice and tall, down, hands are breaking as I go down, forward and throw. Okay? Nice and simple. Now, along with that simple, let me do it this way. So again, I'm facing my target, up, down, forward, and throw. Okay? Now, along with that is we want to throw in a line. So a lot of things that happen are balls going left, right, up, and down. There's different causes for most. But most kids at the youth level, up, down, forward, look where I'm stepping, left of that line. So automatically, my shoulder's open, okay? I've got to throw either across my body, which is going to cause it to go right to left, or I'm releasing wrong, it's going to go high. So at home, practice, or even when you're at practice going straight forward. Okay, so I'm looking at my target, up, down, forward, and throw. Okay, and look at my alignment. I'm a little off, but it was better than the first one. So your next one, try to do better on that line. Okay, up, down, forward. See how I'm better? Okay, now I'm up and throw. Okay, so let's do it again. Let's see if I can get better. This is how you practice at home. It's not going 100 miles an hour. Okay, elbows down, hands relaxed, ball down, thumbs down. I come to my stretch. I'm ready. Up, down, forward. Okay, now I start to throw. I release out in front, chest, and everything towards my target. But we're working on straight. Look, I'm more on the green line. And I'll do one more rep. So keep doing this till you can get it better, okay? I'm relaxed. Up, down, forward. And then we're going to come forward. And look, I'm not perfectly in the line, but I'm touching that green line. So I'm getting straight. Now, the next part about this is being allowed to finish. A lot of times we talk to you about, finishing, being ready to be a receiver or ready to field. But what I want you to do right now is just think about finishing as a pitcher. Now, when I'm lining up properly, think of, I always tell you, eyes to the target. Think of your shoulder has eyes to the target, hip, eyes to the target, knees, eyes to the target, okay? Elbow, eyes to the target. So it helps me line up a little bit better, okay? So I'm here, and I want to drive all these eyes looking at the target, and then when I finish, everything facing here, we're going to flip-flop and have this side facing the target with my eyes and head still on the target, okay? But the rest of these now, everything's flip-flop. So my hip that was facing forward is now back. My hip that was back, my shoulder that was back is now forward, okay? My knee is forward. So let's watch this in action, and hopefully big old out-of-shape coach doesn't hurt himself. Basically, we're just going to flip-flop sides. And do this with 10 seconds of, I say, concentration. You can't concentrate the whole time pitching, right? Just when you come up and you're ready to throw. Okay, so I'm relaxed. I come in. All right, I'm set. Eyes up, down, forward, throw. And now I've turned, so these are now facing that way, right? I don't want to come all the way over because now I'm in terrible position, right? But allow this hip to get up and over. So think of it like, let's say there was a chair next to me. I want to allow this right heel, right knee, and hip to get up and over that while I'm switching sides. So think about all the eyes I told you about here. Lift up, down, stride forward. All my eyes are pointing. Now I'm going to release and turn everything. And you saw everything came up, but my head's still facing there. So I'm driving my chest, my arm, and everything that way and allowing his hip to come over. So now I'll do it not in full motion, but 3/4 motion, right? Slow to 3/4. Now watch my finish and everything turn. There. Now I've released. I'm down. That's a good pitching motion. So we'll continue to work on it in practice. Find something that can kind of give you a line straightforward, even if it's a cone or a ball or a sock, front and back, so you can make sure that you're staying on plane and driving everything there. And again, when you finish,
allow this hip and this leg, finish over top, and we're trying to turn everything facing that way, okay? This is Coach Frank. Let me know any questions you have. We'll make sure we're going through this in practice, but when you're on the mound, you're a pitcher, you're not a fielder unless that ball's coming back to you, okay? We'll talk to you soon. Take care.